Standard 12. Subject Mathematics. Lesson Line and Plane. Session 1st.
Hello, dear students. In today's session, we continue one of the interesting lesson from Mathematics Paper 1, topic Line and Plane. Lesson Line and Plane consist of these subunits. First, vector and Cartesian equation of a line. Second, distance of a point from a line. Distance of a particular point from the line. Second concept. After that, third, skew lines. Fourth concept, equation of planes. Fifth concept, angle between two planes. Next concept, coplanarity of two lines. And last concept of this lesson, distance of a point from a plane. This concept you have to learn in this lesson. Today, presenting first concept, vector and Cartesian equation of a line. Let us see in details vector equation and Cartesian equation of a line in three-dimensional geometry. With the condition first, equation of a line that passing through a given point and parallel to a given vector. Simply here, line is passes through a given point and it is parallel to given vector. You will provided a particular point in which line is passes and a vector that is parallel to the line. Let us see diagrammatically with the statement of theorem. Vector equation of a line passing through point A whose position vector A bar and parallel to the vector B bar. So equation of that line is expressed as R bar is equal to A bar plus lambda times B bar. A bar is the position vector of given point and B bar is a parallel vector. Let us see proof of this theorem. Cartesian coordinate system, three-dimensional geometry, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Line passes through a given point A and provided position vector for the point A corresponds to origin, that is A bar. Also, one more point P is taken on this line. Join that with origin corresponding position vector R bar. Position vector for OP bar, that is R bar. And one more, that is a line is given which is parallel to the line L, that is line AP. So this vector B bar is parallel to a line L. To find out its equation of this line L, we have to find out using two conditions. One is point is given and second is parallel vector is provided. To prove that, R bar is expressed as A bar plus lambda times B bar. Let us continue proof of this theorem. As per explanation part, let L be the line. That line passes through point A of A bar and parallel to vector B bar. And P of R bar is taken any point on line L. Observe diagrammatically this vector AP bar, it is parallel to vector B bar. So one vector is parallel to other vector So one can be expressed as scalar multiple of another vector. So AP bar is equal to lambda times B bar, where lambda is a scalar. Now observe position vector for AP bar. By triangle law of addition OAP, triangle is obtained. So vector AP bar can be obtained from vector OA bar, sorry, vector OP bar minus of OA bar. Substitute here AP bar replaced by OP bar minus OA bar. Let us check corresponding position vectors. OP bar position vector R bar, OA bar position vector A bar. So R bar minus A bar is equal to lambda times B bar. After this step, you can shift this negative vector minus of A bar to right hand side. It will be positive. Therefore, R bar is equals to A bar plus lambda times B bar. This is obtained vector equation of a line which passes through the point A of A bar and parallel to vector B bar. So for different values of lambda, for different values of lambda, you will get different lines. And if you have given a unique value of that lambda, are you getting only one line? So simply one more remark here we can express as each real value of lambda corresponds to a point on the line L, and conversely each point on line L determines unique value of lambda, that scalar multiple. So simply here, if line L is passes through a point A of A bar and parallel to vector B bar, then its equation is given by R bar is equal to A bar plus lambda times B bar. Let us continue with numericals. Before numericals, let us see one more theorem. Theorem 6.2 statement: the Cartesian equation of the line passing through A of x1, y1, z1 and having direction ratios A, B, C are x minus x1 upon A, y minus y1 upon B equal to z minus z1 upon C. In previous slide, you have seen vector equation of line. Now this is Cartesian equation of line where point A has coordinates x1, y1, z1 and that parallel vector B bar having direction ratios are A, B, C. So this is equation of line in Cartesian form. Let's see proof of this equation. Let L be the line passing through the point A of x1, y1, z1. Previous slide, that point A. Coordinates, Cartesian coordinates x1, y1, z1. And direction ratios of parallel vectors are A, B, C. So we have taken one more point on that line as a P. In general, coordinates taken as x, comma, y and z be a variable point on that line L. It is another than A. Therefore, direction ratios of line L are obtained. Change in x coordinate x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. These are the direction ratios of line L. And we have provided direction ratios of line L or that parallel vector. If they are parallel vector given, it is same for line also. So direction ratios of line L are A, B, C. Both represents direction ratios of line. So they can be expressed in terms of ratios. Proportionality value can be taken as a lambda. Therefore, we can write x minus x1 upon a is equal to y minus y1 upon b equal to z minus z1 upon c. Required Cartesian equation of the line. Remarks: in Cartesian form, line cannot be represented by a single equation. Line cannot be represented by a single equation. It is expressed in terms of x, y, and z, all three at a time. Next, the equation x is equal to x1 plus lambda times a. It is obtained by taking all these ratios equal to lambda constant. All these ratios taken as a constant lambda value. From these relations, first equated, we get x minus x1 upon a is lambda. Denominator a multiplied with lambda, a lambda minus x1 shifted right side will be plus. So x is equal to x1 plus a times lambda. Y can be obtained y1 plus b times lambda, and z is equal to z1 plus c times lambda are called parametric form of the Cartesian equations of line. So this value for x, y, and z, it can be considered as a coordinates of a general point P. Let us see third remark. The coordinates of variable point P on the line are x1 plus lambda times a, these values. Y coordinate y1 plus lambda times b, and z coordinate z1 plus lambda times c. Next remark, corresponding to each real value of lambda, there is one point on the line, and conversely, corresponding to each point on the line, there is unique real value of lambda. Means for a particular point, you will getting only one value of lambda. And last remark, in place of direction ratios a, b, c, if we take direction cosines L, M, N, then the coordinates of point P will be a, B, C replaced by LMN, that is direction cosines. So they are changed as x1 plus lambda times L, y1 plus lambda times M, z1 plus lambda times N. So this is related to the vector and Cartesian equations of a line theoretical part. Subscribe my YouTube channel to watch next video related to the problems on equation of line.
Like, comment, and subscribe my YouTube channel for more videos.